In the modern village, which some call high school, in the bustling city of Boston, there lived two talented students. There was a boy that was 17 years old and a female that was 18 years old. The boy was named Lucas and the female Mia. Mia was a talented athlete and Lucas was the star quarterback of the high school football team. These two students were the most well-known and well-liked in the high school. It was no surprise that these two students were pushed together and ended up falling in love. They spent so much time together that Mia began to forget her schoolwork and Lucas skipped so many football practices that they could be together often. Without these two leading the socialites, the school began to fall apart. Everyone lost without knowing what to do without their social leaders. Administration, teachers, and coaches got involved, as well as their parents, to try and get their children back on track to try and save the school's social ladder. Mia and Lucas continued to spend all their time together, starting to forget school completely. The students and teachers feared that the school would be doomed, even though prom was coming up and everyone was bouncing around like fresh flowers in springtime. Over the prom weekend, Mia was in a terrible car accident that cost her life. On Monday, when Lucas returned to school, his grief consumed him, and he could sense Mia lurking around the school, looking for everyone to forgive her for anything bad she had ever done to them. In order for the students to avoid this bone-chilling visit from Mia, they had to attend her celebration of life that occurred after her accident. 4 days later, the school had prepared a service assembly to honor Mia. This way, the community could start to move forward. Everyone gathered in the school's assembly hall, ready to move forward, but what they didn't know was that Lucas had spent the past hours begging Mia's spirit to stay with him forever. No matter how she would change, he would always love her. Mia eventually gave in, and the two of them walked into the assembly together. The students and faculty were shocked and tried again and again for Lucas to let Mia go. Lucas continued to ignore the warnings of his community, and an eerie feeling set over the school as Mia continued to walk the halls. Lucas brought Mia home with him every other day after school. After she regretfully promised to stay with him, and her body became more malodorous as the days went by. Lucas tried to be subtle while attempting to avoid Mia, but she followed him everywhere, as they promised to never leave each other's sides because their love was so strong. This routine continued for a while, until one morning when the two arrived at school, there was a new, what appeared to be, faculty member, dressed in a pristine white suit and pants. In his hands, he held two gray television remotes, covered in many different colored buttons. He stood underneath the large television that was always hung in the middle of the four-cornered crossroads hallway. This figure called out to Mia and Lucas, in a voice that everyone in the whole school could hear, and he finally got their attention. The two stood in front of this mysterious figure, and he told them that he had to be sent from the superintendent's office to tell them that they had upset many people, the board, the faculty, and the school community by not following the normal policy. The fact that they were so selfish and brought so much disruption to the community by carrying on as they had been. This figure from the superintendent's office told them that they could remain together forever, just as they had always wished. First, this figure in white zapped Lucas into the television screen, as he became no more than a pixelated figure, just by the touch of a button on the remote. Mia, having been ready to go for a while, anxiously followed Lucas in the same path into the television screen. That day, students, faculty, and administration walked by the television screen in that main hallway and saw two game-like figures continuously chasing each other around the television screen, forever following their loves.